Hi,
Hey!
welcome back to the channel. It's good to be back after a busy and full-on summer with
Yes, it's
a
been
lot of
pretty crazy.
a lot of amazing things and intense things.
Mm.
But this video will be about the most recent thing that has happened in our life, where I've actually put in a loop recorder for my heart condition.
Mm.
And a loop recorder is like almost like a
It's
USB
not that
stick.
big. It is
Not that
big,
big.
but
But it's almost like a USB stick that you put in here that records the heart to
mm.
see, to discover if you have any arrhythmias and when you have it. And I will explain more in the video. I filmed as I went through this experience, so it will be sort of like a vlog that I share and with some comments from us after or in between. So we will jump in exactly where we're going to the hospital to put this loop recorder in. But actually, at the time when you jump into it,
Yeah.
I didn't even know if I would put the loop recorder in or not, because this has been, I've been praying, we have been praying so much for knowing what does God want me to do, because that is what is most important to me. I want to do God's will, and if He has any preference, I would want to go with that option. But I've been praying so much, and many people have been praying, and I asked God, please make it clear what I should do, but it didn't become clear, and I felt a little bit that maybe I got something for that side or maybe for that side, but it was never really clear, and that was so confusing to me because I wanted it to be just clear. But I know God has a purpose for everything, so I know that somehow He had a purpose with it not being clear, and one day I will understand it. But at the moment I was just so confused, and okay, what do I do then?
So you still had some questions left
Yeah.
that you wanted to ask the doctor before it would potentially be put in, depending on the answer to those questions.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's where you jump into the vlog. We're now in the car on the way to the hospital in Oslo for me to put in a loop recorder. Potentially, I will see if I go home with the loop recorder or without it, or how it will end up. Unfortunately, we're stuck in a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic. Okay, so I've just talked with the doctor, and he was very kind, answering a lot of questions. And now I'm waiting to put it in. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. Yeah, it ended up with that I decided that, okay, I will put it in, because I understood some things in the conversation also about the importance of it. And since God had not revealed clearly one or the other side, I just had to make a decision with the information that I had. And then it felt like this is the most responsible decision I can make with the information I have. And since God has not clearly said no, I will go ahead with it, because there was plenty of opportunities that God could have used I would have taken just any hint of no. I mean, we were stuck in the traffic for a long time, and it could easily have been that, okay, since we got delayed, they would have said that, no, sorry, you can't have it this day, you will need to reschedule. But they were just so fine about it, like, no problems, we understand, no problems, just take it easy. And like, there was plenty of things that could have been that God would have made it a hindrance, and I would have taken that as, okay, I'm not gonna have it. But everything just went on, and I just felt that, okay, this is a diagnostic tool that can be useful. Also, as what I said to the doctor, that I still don't want to take the medicines, but maybe if you discover that I have certain arrhythmias, maybe I try it with the natural things and then see does it help or does it continue. And he was fine with that. Like he said, I respect that, I accept that. So that made it feel better also that, okay, this is a diagnostic tool that can be helpful also for me to know what to do and maybe see connections of when does it happen.
And also potentially it could even give evidence if God would do some miracle or for natural remedies. And so it can still be used also to really glorify God.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I've heard stories from our friends sharing similar things when they had the physical evidence also, and it became a like wonderful testimony to God's power. So I'm just letting it be up to God, and he didn't say a clear no, so then I went ahead with it. Actually, I wanted to do the surgery without the local anesthesia that you normally get, and I had a call with them and they said it was okay. So I had put my mind to that, but when I sat with the doctor and asked my questions, I noticed that he was pretty uncomfortable with me not having the anesthesia. He tried to like put out arguments for it, but still respectfully that, okay, if I really want to do it without, we can do it. But I didn't want to have like the extra burden on the body with the chemicals and the unnatural things in my body, because I generally want to have everything natural for the body. But he was like looking up if there was any better versions and that it didn't have citric acid that I react to and so on. And I felt that, it was hard for him that I didn't want to have it. So when I went to the changing room and put on my things, I prayed to God for, okay, what should I do? And I opened a book and it came to a quote where it was talking about God cares more with what love you do things than how much work you do for him. And it just made me think of, okay, I'm trying to do this also to honor God, like as my body being his temple, and that's why I don't want to have chemicals in. But now it came to a point where, okay, they found one where it was not a lot of extra things in, and I just felt like in this situation, it felt like God was speaking to me that it mattered actually more to him that I showed the love to this doctor than to have the anesthesia, the local anesthesia. So even if I felt I would have wanted it to do it without, and that had my preference, I surrendered to God and said, okay, I want to do what is the best in this situation and what is the most loving in this situation, and that was to take it. So when I came up to the surgery room and told the doctor, he was very relieved, and he said, "Thank you, I appreciate that a lot." So I felt, okay, God, you take care of any of the consequences. You see my heart in it. You see what I wanted and why I wanted
the
whatever
conscience
options.
is clear.
Yes, so that felt good.
So I just put it in, and I'm just apparently very emotional because I just really don't like to have something in my body. I just really don't like it, and it feels like I didn't have symptoms. I didn't really feel sick with the heart. Well, I did have symptoms, obviously, but not that it felt like it impacted me. And now it feels like I become a heart patient, and I don't like that. So I feel that it feels hard. Now I'm just gonna sit here and wait for some time, just observe how it's going, and I'm processing all the emotions. It feels like now is when it became more real that I have this, and it's like a sorrowing process of I don't want to have something in my body, and they say it's very likely that I would need to have an ICD, and I would really not want that. So that's what I'm crying for. Then I'm just processing all the emotions about this and feeling quite tired also. We have traveled the whole summer. Here come my people. Hello.
You're a real patient, eh?
Yeah.
Do you have it inside now?
Yep.
Can
Now
I
it's
see?
inside.
Can I see?
You can't really see it so much. They have put the bandage on. You see there's a bandage in there?
That was quite emotional after. It was so many thoughts that came to me, and it had been quite built up to this whole situation of, okay, what am I gonna end up doing? And then just the whole thought of, okay, now it is there. There's no return in a way. Of course, you can take it out, but then you still have the scar tissue, and you have still done this whole process, and like, I was very emotional in that moment. And what didn't make it better was that...
She got 2 surprises.
Yeah, because when I came down from the procedure and the nurse came to tell me about how it worked now with the loop recorder and that I would have this device with me home, and yeah, she was giving me a manual also, and I was reading on the manual, and I was like, what? This doesn't add up. This is not the same brand as the one that the doctor told me that they would put in me, like the loop recorder they would put in me. And I was asking the nurse, like, actually, what loop recorder did you put in? And she said, yeah, of this brand. Like, what? That's not the one that they said for me that I would have, and the one that I had looked up all the information about and checked thoroughly and carefully, like how it worked
What
and
you would put in your body.
yeah, what materials, because it was important for me, what do I put in my body, and to know what I put in my body and to make a conscious decisions about that. And now here I get to know
Surprise!
they put something else in my body. So
Double the size also.
I was so shocked. And yeah, after when she had left, like, and we looked up this new thing then and saw that, okay, so I will put in a picture. I was supposed to have had this one and the small one. And then I got this one, a lot bigger one. So when I saw that, I was like, what? They put so much bigger one in me now. So that was also shocking, actually, and needed to get used to it. And then, of course, it had some different materials, and it was not the ones I had looked up. But then I decided that, okay, we had prayed a lot for this, and many people, many of my friends have been praying for this a lot. So I decided that, okay, I trust God that somehow this is what would work out for the best. And I also read about this one that it was more sensitive. It gave more accurate readings, which is, of course, I mean, I put this one in to get to know what arrhythmias I have and
how often.
Yeah, and I want an accurate result. So I guess that is good. So I was trying to find all the good things about it. But it was not the only surprise that it came with. Because I also got to know that normally they put it up here. And when the nurse came and I got to see where they put it, she also told me that they put it in my breast. Like, what? Okay. So they changed which loop recorder they had, and they changed the location of it
Without telling me.
Yeah. And I've been so careful in wanting to know everything, and so to say, try to be in control, or say, and then they just changed it and put it in my boob instead, and I was like, what? So my first thought when they said that was like, oh no, I didn't want it to be another thing that would be like a burden for Melvin, because I already have then different health issues, and then I didn't want also something with the intimacy to be taken away, like that they put it in my breast and maybe that would impact the intimacy. And I felt like so sorry for your sake, and that was my first thought, like no. But then, yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, my first thought was, what if we get pregnant? If you're able to breastfeed? that we ask that question, and that should not be any problem because it's something below where the production happens or so.
Yeah, that was actually also one of my first thoughts. I don't know which one really came first, but yeah. But again, it's just, okay, put the trust in that, okay, God knows what would be best. We have been praying so much. So if this would have been that I got to know it beforehand, if the doctor would have said something when I was talking to him about this, then I think I would have like, no. I need to go home now and read up on this and think about this. So I wouldn't have put it in at that day. And for some reason, maybe it was better that I just didn't know about those things, because maybe I would have said no to something that was actually better for me. And God knew that it was better for me to have it in this position and this specific loop recorder. Because I was so wondering afterwards, how come, with all the questions I had to the doctor, that I didn't get the thought anywhere, which was the main thing for me the whole process up to that, of which loop recorder is it? Like, why didn't I double check that? It didn't make any sense to me that I did not get the thought of double checking that. I hadn't even thought about that before, but at the moment, it was just as if that was gone. And I kind of think that God let it be in that way to block that out, because this ended up being what would be best for me. So that's what I choose to believe. So, back to the vlog. Going home. I'm feeling better now. The doctor came and talked, and he was so kind, so patient. He answered all my questions, and it's really been nice. So I'm thankful that God sent the right doctor to do this. And also the nurse went through how to do with the machines, and everyone has been treating me very nicely. So I think it's very good that they are so kind. And I will show you later how it works with the machine. I need to get used to it. I have something in my body. Hopefully I will not notice it too much. But he seemed to have done a very good job with putting it in a place where it wouldn't be too visible. And sounded like he did a good job with the sewing the scar. And so I'm curious to see how it looks like later. I have to have this plaster on for 10 days, and I can't shower during those 10 days. Of course I can clean myself around, but it's important that it doesn't get wet, so it doesn't risk getting infection. So in 10 days I can see how it looks. I'm very curious to see how it actually looks underneath there. Yay! See you. Now it's been going 4 days since I put this loop recorder in, and I've had a lot of things to process around this, and it's been in the beginning, the first nights, it was a bit painful and uncomfortable to sleep. I couldn't sleep on my side, and I do not like to sleep on the back. It was the same in the pregnancy. I was so happy when I could sleep on the side again. So that was a bit challenging with the nights, but other than that, it's actually not been so painful. It's been feeling a bit uncomfortable because I can feel that I have something there, but else it's been going quite alright. I've been careful with some movements, but been able to do kind of most things as normal. And then I've been reading through these manuals to see how the things that comes with the loop recorder, how that works, because I have here, this is the home monitor. So this is what I have connected to the wall next to my bedside, and it sends every night if I've had any arrhythmia or something that it has saved. Something out of the normal. It's like pre-programmed to pick that up, and then it sends it every night to the hospital, and in the morning the nurses there, they will see if there has been something. But then also the point is to see when I feel dizzy or faint, or if I'm fainting, what is happening. Is it something with my heart? or is it other reasons? So if I feel that I have palpitations or feel dizzy or if I faint, then I should take this one. And this one I need to have with me everywhere, all the time. I need to have it very close to me, because if I feel a palpitation or something with my heart, or so then I hold it over where the loop recorder is, and then I press this one in for 3 seconds, and then it will start shining green if I've done it correctly. And then it saves that moment. So it saves it saves sometime before and sometime after, and then when I come home and get close to this home monitor again, then it will send the things over to the doctors. Or actually they have told me now today when I talked to them that they kind of want me to bring this one with me too, because if I just get home and it sends it over to the doctor, they only get 1 minute, like from before and after. But if I go to this one within 2 hours of when I recorded an event with the small one, then they get 7 minutes. So it might be that I need to bring both of them everywhere. So we'll see about that. It's some different things to get used to. But I feel like I still have been able to cope with it all right. But I just wanted to show you these things and give a little update of like this, how it is 4 days after the procedure. And yeah, if you remember, if you were watching it back then when I had the Holter monitor on me, it was like itching like crazy, the glue, because I react to the glue and the tapes that they have. This one, I also have a tape. Oh, I don't want to show too far down, but yeah, I also have a tape where the incision is, and it's itchy. Why is it so itching? And I'm not allowed to shower for 10 days. I just can wash under and try to wash my hair. I think I'll ask Mom for help. Because now I really need to wash. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the practical parts of it. How it's going for now. Take care. Yeah, and I also got to know that I got the newest version, and it's like powered by AI. What? It's analyzed with AI, and that felt so strange to read. It's like a smart loop recorder. Everything gets smart. And I don't know how I feel about that. I first I was like, what? No. But then it can also be good because it can filter away maybe some things that, yeah, some false positives. That's what it says that it should do. And I guess it's good to have it as accurate as possible, because I don't want them to say that I should have a heart starter if it's not really, really sure that it's very needed. It just felt so weird to hear that it's yeah, using AI. So I will share that with Melvin and Elena now and see what they think about that. Hello, boys.
Daddy.
Did you know? Did you know that apparently I got the very, very newest model of this loop recorder, and AI is analyzing it.
Really? Instead of a human?
No, it just filters out so that it will not be like false positives. So they use AI to make a better estimation of, yeah, that the nurses don't have to sit and look through a lot of situations that are not actually real. But that felt so strange.
They're really like a cyborg.
Yeah. What?
Half human, half robot.
I already
half
said to
AI.
yeah, I already said to my friends like, oh no, I became a little bit cyborg.
Yeah.
But now it felt even more. What? Okay, so I'm now on my way to take out the stitches. It's been going 10 days since I had the loop recorder put in, and well, it's been going alright, but I've been sleeping very bad because it's hard to still sleep fully in the normal way that I used to. I'm a bit too aware still that I have it there and feel it. I'm curious to see now how the scar will be, if you see it much or not, and also if most of the things I've been bothered with has been the itching from this fluster, or if it is still gonna feel very uncomfortable when I take this all away. I hope it will feel a bit better. Well, we'll see how this goes. It's such a rainy day. Wow. Dear God, I pray that you will guide me, bless me on this little trip, that it will all go well. We're taking the stitches out and protect me on the road. In Jesus' name, amen. That did not go well. Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? I guess I will try again. Bah. Well, good enough. Now I just got it taken away and it looks very good. I'm so surprised. Like, you can barely see that there is a scar. Wow, they have hidden it so well. If I would just show this to someone, they would not think that I have like a big thing inside me. It's quite amazing actually. What a good job they did hiding it. Like both the scar and the actual loop recorder. Like, what? So that's good. And finally I can take away this itchy glue tape. Oh, that feels so good. I had a reaction. It was like, oh yeah, I had a reaction to it. They saw that clearly. So, oh, maybe less itching now. Now I will go home and continue my life. Continuing my life in the rain. Guess what I did? Going back again. I went out with these. Second attempt. I'm home, babe.
Yes.
I'm home, Eline.
Yeah?
I'm taking away the stitches.
Uh-huh.
You want to see?
Yes. Oh?
Is that it? And then the red, of course, will still heal. Because that will not stay
You
away.
see from up. Yeah.
Oh, but that's...
Whoa.
I guess that's good.
Yeah.
At this point,
It's
it
barely-
blends in good with the rest of your wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the wounds from the itchy
Yeah.
plaster.
Yeah, but they've done a good job.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Does it feel
Yeah.
different than at the beginning of the 10 days?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel it as much. Like, I don't feel the pain. Not here. I can feel pain in some movements, or if I come too forceful on that place.
Yeah. But if you just touch it yourself, then
I don't want to touch on the wound, but
No.
next to it I don't have pain.
anywhere else? No. Okay.
Yeah. It depends on if I happen to like come with a like hit to the boob or something, then it hurts. So, but I am amazed that they did it so like you don't see much at all.
No, it's So now you can finally shower.
Yay!
Yeah.
Shower. Now it's been going about 2 weeks since I put it in, and it's working quite alright. I can sleep again, pretty normal. And I'm just a bit careful with the hugging, like we're not hugging too tight. And when we are having morning, evening worship, then we have family hug. And Ellie and I, when he's standing on this side, he's like, "Yay, I'm on the same side." It's a bit funny.
Jumping and being super wild.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a bit, sometimes he can be a bit wild, so I can react still like, whoa, not wanting anything to bump into there, but else it's going good. I'm getting used to it more. I mean, it's not so visible. I do still see it. Like if I look down, I see it's pointing out a bit this way, and that looks a bit strange. I mean, you see that it is a flat thing.
Yeah, you see it a bit, but I gotta say they did a pretty good job with hiding it. Because beforehand it seemed really, because also they said since you're a bit skinnier, that it would be more visible if they would put it here. But now, since they put it in the breast, it's barely visible.
I'm really amazed they did a really good job with that. So, it's going good. And in the future, well, we'll see where this leads. The first day, I was then marking some moments where I felt my heart beating irregular. And the day after, they were calling from the hospital. Like, so what did you do at 9 yesterday? Well, should I remember this every time what I'm doing? And then I felt like, whoa, they're really watching. They're really keeping this tracked. Now I'm tracked. But it's of course good that they see. Now first I was having some recordings where it was like, they said for me to record every single time, and then it was a lot. And now we said, okay, only when I really feel dizzy. So then it's a lot less to keep track of. So that's good. One thing that I find is so nice and that I really thank God for in all of this is that we have been praying for that it would be also a witness opportunity. And when we were at the hospital, it was so nice because I really wanted to pray for the surgery. And I had asked beforehand, would they be comfortable? Because I didn't want it to be that the doctors would be uncomfortable. So I had called and asked, and they had said that, no, but they would be comfortable with it. But when I was laying there on the bed, and everyone was just rushing around and doing all kinds of things, I realized that, okay, I don't think that they know about it or remember it. So I was asking a nurse, I would really want to pray. Can I get to pray? And first she thought that I asked if she was gonna pray, and she was like, I can do a lot of things, but that I don't feel I can do. And I was like, no, I mean, I would pray. And I was like, oh, okay. She was a bit relieved, and then she was like fixing it and saying to the other ones that she would like to have a prayer before we start. And it was just so nice because everyone was calming down, laying their instruments down, and it got silent in the room. And I was praying. I was praying for thanking God for that they were there wanting to help people, and asking God to be within the procedure and guide them, and also asking for a blessing for their families. It was quite a short prayer, but it felt so nice to have that moment of prayer time and just have that pause. And then when I said amen, they were starting again, but I just felt like, okay, God is here, He is with us. And then it was so amazing that when the doctor came afterwards to talk with us, then Ellie and I, he is a little missionary. We had been out with the church and handing out some like small folders and things on the Sabbath before, and he still had some of those in his bag. So he was giving to the nurse and he was giving to the doctor. But it was so nice because both of them actually were very thankful for it, and they were saying, do I get this? Oh, I will take this home and I will read it. And that was like so amazing. And then just before the doctor went away, he was saying, yeah, just so you know, if even if you wouldn't have prayed, he appreciated I was praying and said that even if you wouldn't have prayed, I would have prayed for you because I always pray for my patients. And I was like, wow, that is so amazing. God had really been part of putting this together, because I've been asking for, let it be a doctor that is open to your leading and open to the Holy Spirit. And it was so beautiful to see how God had worked it out and that it was a witness opportunity. And yeah, also that the timing of it was so special, that I had this surgery just a few days after my brother had a big surgery. And I was able to also talk to him in a different way because I had this close to his surgery, and it could be much more of an encouragement and share some things about how I handled the situation. And it just felt like it was so beautiful to be able to share this experience together and to have it together. And I felt like God made it in such a way, because I was supposed to have had it before the summer, but then it was postponed to after the summer. And I felt like the timing of that was like God's way of showing care to my brother. And I found that that was so beautiful. And God is such a caring God. So I was just so touched by that through that it could be also, yeah, somehow an encouragement to my brother. And yeah, it's just so amazing that we have a God that cares for everything we go through. And to keep that in mind and just see God through all the situations we are in, that He is there, He's by our side. I think that is so comforting. And I just love that about God, that He is a present God. And yeah, that was just something beautiful that was coming out of this experience. And now we will see what this will lead to, and how it all ends up. So that was this little vlog that became quite long, but I hope it's a blessing to all of you that maybe go through similar things, and just keep hanging in there and keep knowing that God is with you in it all. So may God bless you.
See you next time.
See you next time.
On
The
Sandalin
Sandalin
Sofa.
Sofa.